Welcome to another happy landing with James, Luke, good old Rory, and a little sprinkling of cheese.
You said happy landing, not happy ending, right? Because I'm not sure what that music's trying to...
Welcome to Happy Landings.
Happy landing! Yes, this is another happy landing, another great podcast. Oh wait, it's our first episode.
Yeah,
this is a great podcast.
Let's hope
as you will see.
Should be fun.
I'm James, the big don around these parts.
I'm Luke.
Scatman Rory.
He's sticking.
Party Pete.
Right.
It's
And
like,
yeah,
we're talking about films.
we're talking about films.
Maybe
probably
some of us
TV.
talk up a bit.
Yeah.
Well, no.
What are we talking about, Luke?
Oh dear.
We should probably just explain. We met on our film studies uni course.
Yeah.
We're still on it now.
Started off as a course and then led to one blossoming four-man romance.
Originally there was 5 of us, now there's 7. Big up Jogme.
There's 4 of us here.
we love the other things. It's just, you know. Anyway, guys.
We've gone there a minute and 30 in.
What's
Force Company.
We will probably get to dangerous content at various points. What is out, my guys, my homies? What is out this week?
Out this week is Pet Sematary.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'll run it through all of them actually. Sisters Brothers, starring Joaquin
We've got
Phoenix,
some redneck porn with the Joker.
John C. Reilly, and Jake Gyllenhaal. What else is out this week? Dumbo. Anyone excited for Dumbo?
Oh, I'm looking forward to Dumbo.
It's got 48% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Just to
So
preface that so it makes sense. Luke, the gentleman sat to my left, has enormously large ears. Therefore, I think he would be excited for the film to feel that finally his kind is getting the representation.
Well, that's what I said. There needs to be more of the elephants on in the films.
Same way I love films with Alec Baldwin in, because I feel like, my tiny penis is being represented.
Alec Baldwin's in it.
No, Alec Baldwin has a tiny penis.
Oh.
I think that's what James is implying.
Okay,
here.
right.
I can't confirm or deny that.
I know. I've seen it.
I basically just want to see Dumbo for Danny DeVito.
That's fair.
That's
yeah.
the main pulling point for me.
Who's he playing? Is he a mini elephant?
He's playing Frank Reynolds. He's just
right.
the gang goes to the circus.
We also
To find some
What have we heard about
horrors.
Dumbo so far?
It's a film.
It's got old Batman in it.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
something I'm
Michael
looking forward
Keaton,
to. Michael Keaton, Danny
Yeah.
DeVito reunion.
It's all a
Yeah.
bit like the costume they've got Michael Keaton wearing looks a bit Wild Wild West.
Yeah, it does a bit.
It's sort
Yeah.
of very Kenneth Branagh. I'm now trying to watch Wild Wild West.
I've never seen original Dumbo, so
Oh, it's good. I rewatched it. It was on TV the other day, and I missed like the first 20 minutes, but
it just looked a bit
It's
stupid.
emotional.
It looked a bit stupid to me. I'm not gonna.
Oh,
lie.
it is stupid.
Is that
Like,
really
Oh no, it's just like
I won't possibly.
an elephant flying.
too unrealistic
Bollocks.
for me.
I can't sanction this tomfoolery.
No, it's just like I don't know the whole thing where he has big ears, so he gets bullied, and then his mum gets put in prison. Like, who puts an elephant in prison?
She's not in
In
prison.
reality.
She's just like
No.
she's
They put her in
imprisoned, but
prison.
not in a prison.
They put her in
She's-
prison. She drops the soap with her trunk.
Oh man.
Wow.
I was thinking about elephant rape. Great, brilliant. I only really remember one scene from the original. It's that bit with like the trunk coming out the bars and the trunk.
Yeah,
So what I
that bit's
really
really
remember-
sad.
Maybe because that's like the saddest bit. It's like I only really remember.
What about the elephants on parade? Do you remember that bit? The weird like trippy sort of.
I mean,
trumpety.
it's like we're talking Disney in the right era. Most of it's pretty fucking trippy.
Oh yeah,
You see
yeah,
Jungle
it's true.
Book.
I love Jungle
Yeah.
Book.
That's why.
It's a great fucking film.
Much of Dumbo.
Yeah, we get lucky shout about Jungle Book, but it's fucking bad.
But yeah, I don't remember much of Dumbo. Of course, when you're younger, you don't really remember things that happen in your life. So
I don't remember things that happened like,
One
2 nights
second the
ago.
light turns out, the next second you feel a hand, and then it's just like Dad. And then just goes black.
Okay, so anyway,
Yeah, let's move on.
Rest
So
memories.
else
who's
is-
looking forward to Shazam?
I really am.
I've already seen it.
Oh, have you?
Lucky cunt.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, really good. It's there was an advanced screening last week,
Oh,
and
right.
it's like it actually looks like DC know what they're doing now.
Thank God for that.
Zachary Levi is quality.
I used to watch him in Chuck. You know watch Chuck?
Yeah.
Chuck
I only
was good.
saw like a few episodes. It was good though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
was
actually
funny.
was good. I've got, you know, the trailers are really good, and I'm hearing good things about it. So
I'm definitely up for
I'm
it.
very excited. Yeah, DC do seem to be sort of on a roll at the moment.
Yeah.
Like,
Like Aquaman was dumb, but it was good dumb. It was
haven't
like
it's-
enjoyable
it's
dumb.
rating over $1 billion. So
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
Warners are pretty happy about it. And then Wonder Woman as well. So it's
Yeah.
and then we've got a new Wonder Woman as well, 1980.
Yeah,
Eventually.
84.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it's always that issue.
Wow.
You're telling me that this big company makes.
You're
No.
pulling my leg.
And then one's done well, so they're making another one.
Can't comprehend.
Has anyone written this down as a system?
But yeah, no, yeah, it's all looking pretty jazzy at the moment. And of course, we've got Joker out this year as well with
Yeah.
the aforementioned Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin.
Pretty dark. Cool.
That looks really good.
I'm
I can't
excited
wait for that.
Yeah, I
I'd
think
say.
that's good to be done.
I was a
Batman, though.
bit confused by the trailer. Don't really know
Confused.
what's going to go
Bit
on.
like
in it.
that.
Is Batman going to be in it?
Well,
No.
the theory is
Yeah.
that the kid that he does the thing behind the fence to, that sounds horrible.
Wait, what?
So he pulls his
The
cheeks.
pedo clown of Gotham City.
The clown nonce. They should have just called it that. I mean, none of Joaquin Phoenix, he'd have willingly fucking played it.
Yeah, that's true.
Michael Jackson would have made a good clown.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson as the Joker.
Yeah, I mean, he was a clown.
Yeah.
He was King Nonce.
Avengers Endgame is upcoming. Do you
Oh,
wanna
I'm excited.
get into
Don't,
that?
just don't. I can't.
I can't wait.
My excitement is
Very
just.
excited.
I've never had a boner like this before.
As much as I can
Over a
be,
film.
As much as I can be like, oh, that's popular, I don't like that. I am fucking excited for Endgame. to be
Yeah.
fair. I mean, like, it's a culmination of like what, 11 years movies.
Mm.
I started with Iron Man in like 2008.
Yeah.
208, fucking
208.
208. And it has just been this like insane journey. And
So
like,
I feel like on the like Marvel Avengers marathon, I pulled out halfway through. And I was just tired at the sides. And I got
Luke, you should never pull out halfway
Where'd you
through.
leave? Where'd you leave?
I can't
What
remember.
was the last one for you?
What was the one where Captain America's trying to kill his mate or something?
Oh, Winter Soldier.
Winter
So you
Soldier.
Wow,
just-
how could you stop at Winter
So
Soldier?
That's a great.
That's,
So
like,
you-
that's
great
probably
movie,
still the
yeah.
best
You
one.
pulled out and spunked all over Winter Soldier's back.
It
What are you
wasn't-
telling me?
It wasn't on
That was
purpose.
It wasn't on purpose. He's like, no.
Cap would never pull out a Bucky. Like, we all know that romance is.
What came after that?
that?
What was after that?
After Winter was it? I feel like it was the first Guardians. Guardians of
no,
the
it's
Galaxy.
not.
Oh.
So I wasn't out of that.
Yeah, Guardians would have been the next one after.
Yeah.
Because they were the 2014.
Dunno.
That's probably my favourite one.
Or Guardians. Oh, so you saw Guardians?
Yeah. I did.
So
Did
you're
you see
in
Volume
love.
2?
Yeah, we've seen
No, you didn't,
two.
because we did
I
that.
did a
Yeah, we did that
I did a
presentation on it last year.
It's on Netflix. You can watch it.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
should
No.
We watched it yesterday in a very hungover state.
Not-
Yondu.
It's not as good as.
I prefer the second one.
Really?
Yeah.
I think the first one's
Second
better.
Guardians, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't really watched either of them in a while because I watched the first one, bought the soundtrack on vinyl and CD, both versions. Not like trying to like shill, but like genuinely I went fucking nuts. All those in merch, and I was like really excited. And then I think I just overdid it. Same as when Skyfall came out, and I couldn't hear Adele for ages afterwards. It's just too much, and I think that's the problem. Is that I avoided it.
Let the sky fall.
But Guardians, like I can't hear Hooked on a Feeling. It just,
Oh.
it's great in there.
I had to take that off my playlist. To be fair, yeah.
The soundtrack, and now I can't hear a single thing from it.
Yeah. So I feel like, and I think it's so bad that when I was watching Infinity War, I was kind of happy when all the Guardians sort of started. I was like,
Spoiler!
Yeah, no more shitty soundtrack.
Massive spoiler.
And then James Gunn pulled out, and I was like, cool.
He's back now, though.
Yeah, he is. And I feel like I'm gonna get back into
Is
it.
there's-
I mean, if I loved it one time, I'm going to love it again. It's just I needed this break, and that's what I'm in the break period right now.
They've added
We were
some.
on a break.
They've added some interesting people to Guardians 3, haven't they? I swear. They cast
Have they?
some
Some interesting people.
interesting people.
I didn't know they'd cast anyone yet.
Here's our new segment, Rory's interesting people.
Let's take a look at this week's interesting people.
I didn't know they'd cast
I
anyone.
swear they
actually.
What
cast.
he's not going to say is Rory doesn't actually know any people.
Yeah. Rory's
That voice at
bullshit
the start.
fact of the week.
First interesting person, Rory.
Oh, you finally pulled that mirror then, did you? Rory.
Rory.
That's
was Elizabeth
Ideas of-
Debicki?
At the
in other
University of
Yeah,
Gloucestershire,
she
where
was
they
in the
tolerate
second
this
one.
kind
Who
of
was she?
She was
Sign
Aisha.
up.
Okay, I'm
The-
chatting shit.
the
Right,
gold
apply
lady.
away.
Literally chatting
I mean,
shit.
you can't-
They're the only two, are in
Only
it?
two have been
Yeah,
cast.
fair
Yeah,
enough.
Always, yeah, apply to University of Gloucestershire. It's a great place. I mean, don't do film studies because
But you can't.
Well,
so
yeah,
you
you
haven't got much choice.
we're the last year.
We are. Our course is dead now. So
That's what
We killed our course,
We killed our
basically.
course,
our
yeah.
fault.
It's
This
other
is what we
people's
tell
fault.
ourselves. It's like a divorce. Tell ourselves it's not our fault.
It's other people for not like, applying because I think
Yeah.
like if they'd had the amount that production would rate.
Everyone who's listening, it's
Yeah.
their fault.
Yeah, it's all your
Yeah.
fault. You didn't apply.
Fuck you.
Well, maybe we should. Maybe not in the first episode. We like
Yeah.
tell everyone to fuck
We want
themselves.
to gain your trust.
Sorry.
But seriously, fuck you.
I take it back.
We love you guys.
I want to
Just
fuck
for the
you.
love of Christ, if anyone's actually going to listen to this, I do love you. if anyone's
If
sparing,
you've got this far,
if
you haven't
anyone's
switched off.
yeah, if anyone's spared 11 minutes, 7 seconds, whatever, on their life listening to this, and fair play to you, I respect the living shit out of you.
Should we probably talk about more films?
Yeah,
So we're on to the film news.
Oh, there's
Film
Wonder
news.
Park out.
Yeah.
Wonder Park, that film with
Wonder Park.
yeah, Wonder Park. It's a new animated film. It's got Casper Lee in it, so of course I'm going to fucking avoid it. But
That's why I know nothing about this
But
film.
it just came out of nowhere. I was watching ITV2 the other day. Yeah, that's why some people still watch television.
You're watching Hot Fuzz for the
I
100th
was,
time,
I
yeah?
was watching Hot Fuzz. I was watching Hot Fuzz and Family Guy.
Oh, right.
And then this endless trailers for this Wonder Park, and I was like, where the fuck did this come from?
Yeah,
So
I
it's
know
come- you
nothing
say it's come
about
out
it.
of nowhere. The fact that it's got Jennifer Garner and Mila Kunis in it makes it sound like it's come out 2008.
And
Yeah, what
Matthew
the
Broderick, Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Matthew Broderick.
Who made it? Was it
Is
Paramount?
it DreamWorks? No, it's not DreamWorks.
Dylan Brown directed it.
Oh great, that's a company, isn't it? Ask you a question. Fucking reply with what I want.
I don't know.
It's all fun. It's all fun. Again.
Wait, what's it called? Wonder Park.
Wonder Park.
Wonder Park.
Let me just look at my
It's rated PG.
the mind of. I don't know
We
what
could
to
go.
say.
We could go see it today.
I'd rather not.
I don't know. It's got Mila Kunis in it. I mean,
And she's a cartoon.
Yeah, she's animated. She's probably playing like an animal or something.
It was Paramount, yeah. So Paramount basically got Jennifer Garner, Matthew Broderick, Casper Lee, and they're like, oh, what a steal.
Casper Lee.
Casper Lee.
Yeah, Casper Lee's in it. That's why I'm avoiding it. I'm boycotting it because he is literally cancelled.
John Oliver?
Oh, Ken Jeong's in it.
Oh, Ken
He's
Jeong.
good, yeah.
Dr. Ken Jeong. Motherfucker.
So Casper Lee coming off his big success, Casper and Joe Hit the Rose, which I think was nominated for an Oscar. I might be wrong.
Are we forgetting about Lady in America?
Oh,
That hit.
I'm trying to. I'm really trying to.
I watched 30 minutes of that film.
Oh, I thought you were say 30 seconds because that's what I got.
It was longer than 30
They're
minutes.
two
Dreadful.
interesting people, are they? You just
Casper Lee. KSI.
oh, KSI. What happened to him?
Knowledge,
He used to
Strength. Integrity.
integrity.
just go back to playing FIFA, you know, and wearing glasses and being actually
Funny, yeah.
You know he does all his videos now. Like someone just comes up on a live stream or something and asks him for money, and he just gives him money.
Yeah.
I'm not suggesting he's listening. But like, how
he
do
is.
you go from being like one of the most beloved YouTubers to making me want to see Logan Paul beat him? Like,
No, he wants to turn pro.
oh, you're gonna go pro?
Christ.
I want him to though. I want him to fight. Do you remember when he was talking about fighting Rio Ferdinand?
That is just such a weird fight,
Yeah,
though,
I know.
isn't it? Why?
Maybe be a hand.
Talking about fighting with my family.
Yes.
Oh,
that was really good.
Right back on topic.
That was a great film.
Still just out.
I
just
haven't
out.
seen
It
that
was near the
either.
end of its release. I really want to see it because I'm a massive like WWE and wrestling fan, and I was a fan of Paige's career. I mean, I think that's why we also shouldn't maybe watch it because any inaccuracies and I'm just
Yeah.
going to be losing my
It's the
shit.
same. There's that Motley Crue film that came out on Netflix, and people are saying that there's like a lot of inaccuracies. But I've heard it described as a Wikipedia page of a film.
Great.
Really?
Yeah.
Best Motley Crue film is Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Little
like Hot
reference
Tub.
there.
That's a good
Yeah,
film.
Lou
Good film.
Dorchin, best character played by Rob Corddry. He then formed Motley Crue as Motley Lou. Those are so underrated, 1 and 2. I mean, they're crap, but they're good crap.
I never
Yeah.
actually saw the second one.
Neither.
First one, I did. I
First
really
one was
liked
class,
The first one,
yeah.
I love both of them. And the second one's more ridiculous, and you can tell like less time was spent on it, script and everything.
What's the Pontiac Bandit in
Oh, well, Craig
Craig Robinson? That's
yeah,
it.
he's in it as well. The
He's
whole, he
fucking
has the best
funny,
line in
man.
the film, the whole like,
Yeah.
what colour is Michael Jackson? And that's how he finds out. Yeah, cool. So
some news.
some
New Terminator has been.
Oh,
I
good.
suppose leaked a little bit.
Yeah, well they just had CinemaCon and it's I think they revealed it all there.
What are they doing with it?
It's
It's
supposed to
a
be a sequel
yeah.
to Judgment Day, so free Salvation and Genesis never happened.
Oh, right.
Arnie
Probably a good thing.
Arnie, I'm worried about Arnie. He looks a bit bad in that picture.
He does look
It's
rough.
like, remember when David Bowie did that video for Black Star?
Oh,
And
Christ.
everyone was like, oh, look at him.
Looking very close to the end then.
Yeah.
There's a reason behind that, Roy. But it's like, there's been loads of people posting about that picture, the one with him and the goatee, and they're like, oh wow, he looks badass. And I'm like, no, he looks fucking old.
He looks really bad.
He looks like maybe time to retire.
Maybe
Well, I mean, it doesn't help that you can only see like his head. He's probably like.
he needs to stop
under it.
popping the roids.
That's Rory's special opinion.
Stop popping the roids, Andy. Andy?
Who's Andy?
Andy Schwarzenegger. Oh, yeah, I love it. He sounds like
Talking about his uncle.
he someone who fucking got his last name changed by a D-pole. Like a massive Schwarzenegger fan in the 80s.
Andy.
Oh yeah, go down the pub. Andy Schwarzenegger.
Andy Schwarzenegger.
So, Rory's opinion, USADA testing needs to be added to the Terminator films.
exactly.
Yeah, but I can't. I'm gonna go see it because it's a Terminator film. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I am mad about these legacy sequels. For those at home, a legacy sequel is a film made as a sequel to a film made a long time ago. That's like the most basic, sort of way to describe it. But like to make a sequel to a film that long ago, I'm funny on films like that anyway. But I just don't like these films that negate continuity. Like, just, because I on the film I do defend a lot. I don't actually mind Genesis that much. And I know it's a split film. There's a massive minority who actually do like that film, but I don't think Genesis was that bad, to be honest.
Yeah, I hated it.
I didn't even watch
I
it.
didn't watch it either. I like
I don't think
all
many
of them.
people did.
No.
Did
I like the first three a lot, and then the fourth one I didn't like. So
Did anyone watch that Schwarzenegger film where called Maggie, where his daughter turns into like a zombie?
No, I heard about it.
I remember it. He's really good in it. Like, he's
Yeah,
actually
I
a good
heard,
actor in
he's
it.
A
Yeah.
proper dramatic role for
You
him.
needed to watch Maggie to know he's a good actor.
Yeah. Well.
Put that cookie down! No!
so his daughter.
Shut up!
Don't you eat my cookies?
So his daughter becomes Maggie Thatcher.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. He's like, no.
Well, she would be a zombie now, wouldn't she?
I can't allow this to happen.
In other news, Apocalypse Now final cut coming from
I hate that fucking
FFC.
Oh, I love Apocalypse Now.
I don't think I like watching it.
Cracking film.
Watching it we did it for a presentation. But watching it for that just killed me.
What a presentation it was.
It's just depressing.
I mean, so apparently the final hasn't he already done like another cut?
There's been
like 17 cuts.
How long does he want it to? Does he want it to be a whole day? Does he want it to just be in real time? The entire war.
Kurtz goes to the toilet.
I'd watch that. I want it to be like Brando with that state. Like, it's going to be a fucking mess.
Oh dear.
It's like fucking Martin Sheen's convulsing over him.
Yeah.
Oh, Captain Marvel's crossed 1 billion at the box office.
I was looking on here. The audience score for that's really bad.
It's,
Like, a lot of people
Like-
don't like it by the look of it.
I think it's a mix of people being underwhelmed and also there was all the thing going on before it came out about it being rated down purely because it's a female lead and like,
Yeah.
Trolls are always going to be a bad one.
Yeah.
There was. Did you see the thing where she was like, "I haven't made this film for like straight white men" or something like that?
She did.
Yeah,
She did have like
it was-
I think it has been taken like out of context.
Yeah.
But I mean, like loads of people were kicking off about it,
But
weren't
at the
they?
same time, it's a sort of I always sort of like the way to sort of relate it is to the Liam Neeson looking for a black guy with a costume.
Yeah.
Quote. It's just like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
You're just going to alienate part of the audience.
Yeah.
And
One of my friends said that, and he was like, "I don't know how you're not so outraged about this." I was like, "Well, I don't really care, to be
About
honest." About her saying like,
yeah.
"Not for straight white men."
Is
He's like,
is he that guy that's like 4 female Ghostbusters?
taking over. Literally, was like, "We make up a lot of the population. She can't say things like that and expect us to go see it."
Yeah, it still makes $1 billion.
Yeah.
So
I went to go
Apparently she can.
yeah.
I went to go see Captain Marvel. I don't know where I'd set up. Maybe underwhelmed because I'm a big comic book fan and I'm always looking forward to seeing a Captain Marvel movie. And I've got nothing against Brie Larson, not at all. So it's the same thing as Black Panther. I didn't mind Black Panther, but I don't rate it as highly as the fact it was it's not an Oscar-worthy movie. And
No, I agree with that. Yeah.
I feel like to sort of extend the olive branch to some people who don't like the film, there are films that, but for certain reasons, and you know why, they do get pushed very strongly for very particular reasons, and you've got to try to reach those demographics.
Yeah.
That I understand, but it is a case of you can only do it so much before you are overhyping a movie, and that is, I think, instantly what's happened. I think there's a lot of people who are getting pushed into the group with trolls and stuff just because they have a certain opinion, and I think that's not fair.
Yeah.
It's fine not to like a movie, you know.
No, it's true.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But,
I think I really enjoyed Black Panther just because I really like the villain in it. I think that was the main thing for me.
Michael B. Jordan, I think I could watch him in pretty much anything. He's so good.
Such a
even
sexy man.
Even Fantastic.
He was one of the better things in that shithole of
I love
film.
Creed.
That shithole of a movie.
Doesn't make any sense. That shit heap of a movie. There, let's go with that.
Fucking terrible movie. I hate Fantastic Four. Not the 2005 one. That was actually.
No. You if you meant that, you'd take that back.
I never saw Four Stick.
Four stick.
I went to go see it opening day.
Yeah, I think I saw a special preview for it.
Yeah, and God, I just came out. I felt like life had been sucked out of me.
I have a confession to make. I actually really liked it after I first saw it. I don't know. Maybe I was drunk or something.
Well, not even the Fantastic Four.
I know. I don't really understand why I enjoyed it.
At no point in the film do they actually call themselves that.
No,
And God, you got, was it Tim Blake Howard in it?
no.
Tim Blake Nelson.
Yeah.
Has he ever made anything good? He made like Oh Brother Where Art Thou. I'll give them that. But
I like that film.
since then,
It's a good film.
it's just like he's got a shit agent.
I think he made a Christmas decoration when he was in year 2, and that was quite good.
Of course you know that, you know.
Well, that completes our career retrospective. For Tim Blake Nelson. I hope you enjoyed.
The biggest news so far is Bad Moms is in the works. So
Oh Christ!
there's to be a sequel to that. Where it's
Must
about
admit,
their
I never
mums.
saw Bad Mums.
No, neither did
I
I.
really
Why
want
would
to go
you?
see the Christmas one because I do like Christmas movies,
Yeah.
but I just can't bring myself to it. I mean, it's that STX Films company.
Yeah.
They've sort of sprayed out of nowhere. It's all to do with China's sort of dominance over the film market.
Tim Blake Nelson did do a good film.
Oh.
Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters
Oh,
Unleashed.
what a film!
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
Sorry.
my God, yeah, he plays Jacobo.
Yeah.
The help me, sucker. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go watch that.
Oh, they're both on Netflix now as
I
well.
love both of them, 1 and 2.
Yeah, they are.
I
Great.
watched them in a not a marathon, I guess, but I watched them both back to back the other night. Oh my God, so great!
Quite the marathon.
I used to love watching Scooby Doo as well when I was little. Like, you used to have like, was it Dick and Dom, and like halfway through the show they just sort of cut to like a cartoon.
Yeah.
And it always used to be like Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo and stuff like that. And I like Scrappy Doo.
I like Scrappy Doo. Never understood the
The
hate.
fact that Tim Curry was meant to be in the first one.
Scrappy Doo get hate?
Yeah.
Yeah, a
literally.
lot. Like,
He's the villain in the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scrappy Doo, like, you know, he's like.
He is annoying. I'm not going to
He's
lie.
not annoying.
He is.
It's a puppy. How can you hate a puppy? Puppy power.
The fan base hate him. They really
Yeah.
do.
Fan base.
The Scooby gang hate him.
Well, we're going to take it back. We're going to take it back to the Scooby base. But it is. And like Tim Curry was meant to be in the first one, and playing Rowan Atkinson's role as was it Montevarius? Like,
Oh, right, yeah.
that was his name. And Tim Curry pulled out the moment he knew that they were going to be using Scrappy Doo as a character. The moment he heard that, he was like, he's done. And then they got Rowan Atkinson.
Can't imagine Tim Curry as a massive Scooby Doo fan.
Yeah,
He
like
is
he's
like-
got to sort his life out really. If he's getting worked up about Scrappy, like, come on, get a grip.
Pete saying that he needs to sort his life out is no reference to Tim Curry's current situation,
No. Let me.
which is currently not perfect, we'll say.
Sort your
Okay.
fucking life out, Tim.
Fuck me, just stand up, you dick! We need to
He's
lie.
saying it's his own fault. Because
Let me clear that up. Tim Curry, I'm a big fan of your work. If you're definitely not listening to this, but
Tim Curry, for 24 minutes into the podcast,
I feel like
he's a
it's-
big fan.
you're a bit childish if you're getting worked up over Scrappy Doo. So
He's a good character at heart.
he is.
I like Scrappy Doo, and I'll always defend that. I think it's because maybe it might be the Star Wars prequel talking in me, being part of a generation that grows up with a certain thing and defending it, like.
Do you know that Tim Curry was Palpatine in Star Wars: The Clone Wars?
I did not know that.
I didn't.
Really?
Yeah. Just
Rory's fact of the day.
Well,
And he was
in the
Sir-
series. Or
yeah.
the,
And he's Sir Nigel
To be
Thornbury as
honest,
well.
I'm quite mad.
Oh, I knew it
Always
was
getting
Nigel
all
Thornbury.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
segments on this show.
He's like, who's that guy on the Joe Rogan podcast? Is it Jamie?
Oh yeah, well,
Jamie, go look that up.
get an image up on the screen, Jamie.
You done MD?
Tim Curry's had loads of bangers roles. And he's always like an amazing supporting member. Like I was watching Clue recently, where he plays Wadsworth, which is literally Cluedo the film for anyone who doesn't know. And it's genius, genuinely, and he's brilliant in it. And even like in smaller roles, like in Home Alone 2, as the what's his name? Is it the concierge or I don't know the real name for it, but yeah. I like Tim Curry.
Tim Curry was in
Unlike Pete.
Unlike Pete, who thinks that he's a liar.
Tim Curry was in Dragon Age Origins as well. Oh god, I love that game.
And don't forget Nigel Thornbury.
And yeah,
Smashing!
Oh, Long John Silver. Remember that?
Fuck yeah, Muppets.
Muppets, yes.
I always forget about Treasure Island because Christmas Carol.
Yeah, Treasure Island's great though.
I haven't seen it.
You not seen Muppet
Did you
Treasure
know
Island?
The crazy thing about Treasure Island, the kid,
No.
is Kevin Bishop.
What?
You know Kevin Bishop? That's the
What,
kid
the-
who Muppets Treasure
The
Island.
Scottish.
That's the comedian.
Yeah, no, not John Bishop.
Oh fuck.
No,
Okay, yeah.
no. I'm thinking of. Who am I thinking?
I just want to find out no one knows who Kevin Bishop is.
Let me have a look
Well, so
at.
I'm being honest, I knew he was called John Bishop and I still thought you meant him.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do know.
Yeah.
Oh, I do know
yeah,
who Kevin
yeah.
Bishop is.
I
Yeah.
knew. Yeah, I was thinking.
Most people know him as the guy that threw a bottle at the people in the tweeters
Oh, okay.
when they won like best comedy.
I was thinking of Kevin Bridges. He got good fucking Treasure Island.
So let's just extend on to that. So not only has Pete ripped into Tim Curry's
God.
disability, and he did,
I did not.
and now we've got them laughing at Kevin Bridges' face. So they're racist too. They're like Scottish people. Let's just clear that up.
If ever there was an advert for a second Scottish referendum, it is us laughing at Kevin Bridges.
It's so funny. Look at his face.
I was laughing at his material. I just read one of his jokes. It was really funny.
He does look a bit like a sloth.
Yeah, yeah.
To defend
No.
the laugh.
No,
Agreed, yeah.
No, that's Kevin.
No, that's Kevin
That's
Bishop.
wrong.
That's
Wrong
the
Kevin.
Oh, if we're talking about Kevin Bishop, I think he looks a bit slow.
Talk about Kevin Bacon now.
Oh, ketchup, alright.
Ketchup.
It's Costner now.
Ketchup.
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 So I think Kevin Trapp has always been a great guy.
Oh, ketchup cats. See, that's where a Simpsons quote works. Not like when you're a certain somebody, maybe we know, who just drops Poochie into someone's
Oh God.
What?
don't.
I've realised only half the people in this room know. Basically, yeah, when we had to do some sort of script reading recently, and we did some reviews, and somebody just sort of put Poochie into it, a character from Simpsons,
Yeah.
and it was like there was no, oh, you might know the Simpsons character. They just went, oh, they
Poochied.
Poochied it. Yeah, they Poochied it. I was like, if you have never watched The Simpsons, I know
Spelling
exactly
that
the
right?
quote.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get the reference, but I was like,
Yeah. I just at that point it made no sense.
because
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I
because there
know.
was nothing
I know
before
those.
it. I had no confidence in knowing
Yeah.
the reference. Like, it was just, you just said Poochie. Like, is that some sort of phrase I'm not aware of? Down to the kids. Like, go down to the fucking, where the kids hang out.
The discotheque, I
Go to
believe.
the
I believe the kids
discotheque.
hang at the
And
discotheque.
like, hey kids, have any of you Poochied lately? You know what I'm saying?
Want a poochie with me?
The bougie behind the bins.
Yeah. And it's Sam Coach
Now you're on the register for life.
All right. What? That's. We should probably get back on track.
Okay, so,
So speaking about what the kids like, new
Wow.
trailer for Shaun the Sheep 2, Farmageddon.
I
Whoa.
actually really want to see
Is
that.
there a trailer out?
We got a trailer.
The
for
first
that.
one's so good.
When we went to
Like,
go see Early Man, me and Luke got a trailer for that.
really?
Yeah.
What was Early Man like?
I
Early
liked
Man
it.
was fun. I liked
It wasn't what I had no idea it was about football.
Yeah, spoiler.
Oh, it is about football, isn't it?
prehistoric
Yeah.
Football movie.
What is early man?
Early man.
Early Man. It's like
Never heard.
Genuinely, it's genius.
it looked really good. It's Aardman
really
though,
good.
isn't
I
it?
like how all the
So-
bad guys are French.
Yeah. Nick Park's a racist. As we've
We're just going to let that one happen.
Yep,
Nick
fair enough.
Park's a racist.
Am I?
That's why Arban Studios back in 05 burnt down. Little reference for you there. History lesson. It's because Nick Park's a racist.
I remember that
And
happening on the
God
day.
was punishing him.
Alright, it was 2005 at that now.
Farmageddon,
Was
it's
it
called.
announced?
Yeah.
I remember it being on the news.
Yeah, it was
Genius.
2005. I only know that because I bought.
Let's see if it even loads.
It was 05 or 06. I only remember it because I bought Curse of the Were-Rabbit on DVD the day it happened.
Yeah.
But it happened when that
That's
came out on
not
DVD. It wasn't like
Yeah.
I
Huh?
read it
It's
and
not
then went and got
working,
it.
is it?
Can you stop looking at my cream
It's
egg?
rattling and it's making noise and people could be annoyed that you're...
Luke's
Right.
looking at my cream egg. Stop eyeing at my penis. Oh, God.
You're thinking about my booners, aren't you? So
Right, The Dead Don't Die. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that looks really good.
That's really good. I like Adam Driver. I like Bill Murray.
Zombie film.
Zombie film with those
Bill
two in it.
Murray, Adam Driver.
oh, I like Bill Murray. I like Adam Driver.
It's who Tilda Swinton as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is
It's
it?
a crazy Scottish woman with a samurai sword.
In a small peaceful town,
Chocolate.
zombies suddenly terrorise the town. Now free.
Selena Gomez.
bes-
Forgot she was in it.
Oh, great.
Ah.
I can't
That's
say
putting you off.
And a
that's putting
strange
me off.
Scottish morgue expert
Sorry, I just had to
was bound together to
maintain
defeat
eye
the-
contact with James whilst he ate a cream egg off his finger. I
Look,
can't look
there's
away.
so many people in this. Steve Buscemi as well.
Oh shit, yeah.
Casper Lee's in it.
Boycott!
Danny Glover.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Iggy Pop.
Tom Waits.
If he was too old for this shit in like
The Reza.
mid-80s, maybe he's like...
Literally a member of the Wu-Tang Clan is in this film.
Obviously.
That's so
There's a
odd.
member of the Wu-Tang Clan in every film.
If
Is
you
there?
want beef,
Yeah.
then bring
Every
the
single
workers.
film. There's enough of them. Like,
Yeah, that's true. Just put them
Could be
somewhere.
worse, you're going to be a member of the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh, they're all zombies.
Brown Clan.
Iggy Pop's a zombie in this.
Is he a zombie in real life as well? Who knows?
He
Yeah.
looks like one, doesn't he?
Oh, Zombie Land 2, that's happening. Also
Yeah.
Bill Murray.
yeah.
That's happening as well. I'm very behind, aren't I?
Yeah.
You do watch films, don't you?
Every now and then.
Disney and Fox promised more Alien, Apes
Oh,
and Kingsman
Zombieland
films.
double
That's
tap.
the point, yeah, that's
Yeah.
one of the upcoming news, the Fox Disney deal.
Yes.
Which is big.
It's good and also
Terrible.
bad. Yeah. Like I'm glad for like as a Marvel fan, like I'm glad they got the rights back for like Fantastic Four, X-Men, and they can actually hopefully make good films consistently with them. But then also like yeah, it's just gonna
Like, you know, you're going to get less movies a year now.
yeah.
You know, you can only fund, one company can only fund so much. More Alien, that's cool. Because I actually liked Alien Covenant.
More apes. That's
But
always
I
been
really like this whole story they've got going in the prequels at the moment with Fassbender. I think I'm just a massive mark for Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
It's like anything he's in, I typically like.
No,
Anything
he's
I
brilliant. Yeah.
was Assassin's Creed. That was a bit iffy.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a
Like,
Well-
I don't really blame him for that. It was just like, he
That
did look
was-
a bit bored.
It was
but-
never going to be good, was it, in reality?
No.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's all those people that you see saying things like, wouldn't it be great if there was a GTA or Red Dead Redemption film?
No.
No.
Just take
Certainly
every
wouldn't.
example of where that actually happened.
Like
They
GTA,
basically are
they're
films
inspired
anyway.
by films, and that's why.
yeah, no.
Also, the whole thing with GTA and Red Dead is the freestyle aspect is what
Yeah.
makes it popular. It's
Yeah.
not really the story.
They
The
do
story's
know
always
that.
good.
They do know that in a film you're not just going to be able to drive around and cheat. That won't be in the
That
film.
would be a bit of a tough sell. You
Yeah.
want to like this person, and he's
Yeah.
just driving around mowing people.
Oh, here we go. Video game films. What ones do people like?
There's a good one, Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat is probably
It's
still my
fucking-
favourite
it's
video
really
game
good,
film.
yeah.
Street Fighter,
I don't know how many I've seen.
Never
to be
seen
honest.
Street
M.
Fighter.
M. Bison, Raul Julia, and I think it was his last role.
I'm trying to
really?
remember.
Anyone seen Tekken?
No, I remember watching the trailer.
The problem is with Tekken, like you have a favourite character and you always play as them.
Yeah.
And you've like had them for like 7 games, whatever it is. And the film,
Eddie Gordo.
mine's martial law. He just gets killed in about 10
No
minutes.
way.
into the film.
That's me done.
No, that's not your favourite
Yeah.
character.
The Angry Birds movie?
Brilliant.
That was actually alright. It was
I've
alright.
never seen it.
I quite liked.
I've heard actually surprisingly good things about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what was good? Prince of Persia. I actually really enjoyed that one. Yeah.
God, Jake Gyllenhaal.
I thought that was a good film.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, going back to Tekken, I got that lent to me by some other person I was in a maths class with
Yeah.
back when I was in like, year 9, and they were obsessed with cage fighting and
Yeah.
martial arts, and they came in one day in like full on robes. I always call them Jedi robes because they look fucking stupid. That's why they're called Jedi. And he said, "Oh, you want to watch this? Yeah, it's good. It's good shit. You want to watch it?" He kept on talking about Tekken for weeks, so he lent it to me. I just took it back. I was like, thanks for that. That was like an hour and a bit of my life I'm never gonna get back.
Forgot the big one. Resident Evil films I actually quite
They
like as
are a
well.
massive guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
I really think they're
Like,
good.
they're totally like nothing like the games, but
Yeah.
they they are fun.
Like,
And
I
it's-
like Afterlife. I think that's the one where she like custom builds a gun to like have fire coins out.
Oh, what?
It's
And
like,
yeah, she jumps off that massive building as
I
well.
was
Is
like,
that-
fuck yeah,
is that
this
the
what I
fifth
wanted.
one? I think. Or
Fourth.
Fourth or fifth.
Where they end up on a boat at the end, don't they?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Oh,
I really like that film.
I thought the last one was really crap though. Like,
I haven't seen
I was
the
hoping
last
it'd have like a really big ending. Like, I just didn't like it.
Hitman, Agent 47. What do you
Never,
think of
never
Never
saw
saw
the
it.
I think
Hitman
you've ever
films.
seen that. I really like the original Hitman film though, one with Timothy Olyphant. Mainly, again, I think it might be just beyond actually being a good film.
Yeah.
It's just, I love Timothy Olyphant, so I'll just be like, he's amazing.
that? There's a Far Cry film.
I didn't know that.
Is there?
Ooh,
Yeah.
One I do really like, I actually think is an objectively good film, is both Tomb Raiders, the original and the remake.
Fair.
Yeah, I watched the remake again yesterday, and top film, really good.
I mean, for what it is, as
Yeah,
like an
no,
adventure film, like
'cause, like-
pseudo female Indiana Jones, it's pretty.
No, it was great. It reminded me so much of like when obviously that they did the rebooted like game, and that's one of my favourite games ever.
Did anyone watch the Silent Hill film?
Yeah,
That's good.
That's
I watched it when I
good.
was younger. It
It's
scared
creepy,
the hell
isn't
out
it?
of
Yeah.
me. Yeah. I remember my sister was
glorious,
watching it like
scary
downstairs.
movie.
Yeah. My sister was watching it and like we had like a obviously living room downstairs. Like
Obviously.
that's what most families do.
Don't
Yeah.
brag. No need to flex. Oh, God.
I walked in and she was watching it, and I just remember seeing that pyramid head man and it haunting me for the next three weeks or so, something like that. But yeah.
The imagery in my head right now.
Put you off going
It's
to
like
Egypt.
a
Yeah.
Stargate crossover.
Heavily.
Talking about pseudo Indiana Jones back there. New Indiana Jones film very soon. Next
Mm.
year, I think.
Is it
How's
sh-
everyone
Yeah.
feeling about that?
Is it
The
main
last one was so good.
How are you going to feel watching Indiana Jones have like 5 guys
Is-
have him take a shit?
Is the main actor Shia LaBeouf in it? Otherwise, I'm not.
No,
I don't
it's
think he did it.
Harrison.
He's gone all, fucking weird now, hasn't he? So,
Just had a phone call, don't
I
worry.
was at a phone call.
It's from Liverpool. Somewhere.
Priorities.
They're asking for the team selection for Sunday's
Yes.
game.
Just all you youngsters, please just give up on the title.
Oh,
Give up
you
on everything.
youngsters.
Young children. Sorry. Yeah, it's always reversing into nonsense. Children.
Where were we?
We're talking about
Like-
Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
and
Indiana
being
Jones.
Very, very old.
Yeah, I just
I mean, they're not going to get a sick film out of him, that's for sure.
no. I'm kind of worried Harrison Ford's gonna have a heart attack on this.
Make sure no
this
fucking
one.
Millennium Falcon doesn't drop on him.
Bit of a tangent. Tekken has a 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Jesus
Nice.
Christ.
That's our first member in the Happy Landing Hall of Fame. Tekken. I think that's actually Hall of Fame worthy for being that shit.
0%.
Yeah.
So that means that it didn't say NA. So that there's been people that have.
They've just
Give it a
rated
score.
it that low.
There's a sequel.
Is that
Tekken 2.
Tekken 2?
Tekken 2 is the
Kazuya's
sequel to
Revenge.
Tekken.
Kazuya's
No.
Revenge.
What?
Who thought that was good?
That exists. Well, how about that? Go watch that as soon as possible. No, see if there's anyone you recognise cast-wise in that film. We've got Kane,
Kane?
Kazuki.
Kane, as in like the
Let's not
wrestler
attack
Kane.
people now.
I wish it was the rest of Kane.
Oh.
We're going to do personal attacks on every person.
Gary Daniels. Just looks really out of place as a name.
After all, he's like rather.
Oh, he's actual kickboxer. And he's
Oh, fair play.
alright. So I'd like to take that back, Gary.
Gary Daniels.
Sorry, Gary.
We
Luke was
love
being a
you.
bit of a dick.
It was all Luke, Gary. We didn't have anything to do with it.
Oh, he's in Payday.
He's done
He's
more
sorry, he's got a loss to opponent that hasn't got a name.
than- Oh, great.
So on his Wikipedia, like
He's only lost to one person who's actually like. And then in Birmingham, none of that. Oh, he's done most of his fights in England.
he went to Thailand once and he lost to an unnamed opponent. So
Probably a lady boy.
We've all been taken down by ladies before.
We've all
he's
been
in the Expendables. He's Lawrence the Brit Sparks.
Oh, my favourite character. Oh, second time partner with Dolph Lundgren. First time partner.
The Brit.
Stone Cold Steve Austin and Eric Roberts.
we know who that is? Can you remember Lawrence the Brit Sparks in The Expendables?
No.
I can hardly remember the first Expendables. I love the second one.
Yeah, the second one's my favourite.
Because it's
Chuck Norris doing a Chuck Norris joke.
Yeah.
Nothing beats that.
Like the first
Was
one.
the second one the one with Liam Hemsworth?
He's been in a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets like a nice like roundhouse into his like chest.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
JCVD.
Gary's been in a lot, so we'll take back those insults. Well,
Yeah,
weren't
he really
insults,
went
but
hard on him just because of his silly name.
He's also a light heavyweight, so definitely takes
To
back
be honest
those
though,
insults.
Gary, whilst you could kick the shit out of me into next week, I mean, you can't go around with a name like Gary Daniels. That's just it's a bit silly, isn't it? Come on.
My door's locked, Gary. You won't be getting me.
Loophole exists for this reason, so you don't have to walk around. I mean, my name's James Horton, so you know. Now you can just look me up and buy my house and kill me.
Destroy me.
Bit of a disaster that. Okay, what news can we find? Oh, Cable was originally in X-Men Days of Future Past.
And now our special guest, Apocalypse.
Right.
Hi guys. It's great to be here. Do a chat.
Sorry for that break. We were finding another place to go.
Do you want to be my horseman?
No, you can be Apocalypse, I'll be Anakin. I hate sand. It's
But
a horse.
I can make.
It's everywhere.
I like sand. I can use it to kill men.
I hate sand.
I can.
I hate you.
With some sand, I can make you some fancy plastic clothing.
No.
Would you like some clothing?
No.
I can put some tattoos on your. I can put some tattoos on your face. Would you like a nice haircut? I'm really good at styling superheroes.
If anyone was listening to this, I'm pretty sure they've stopped now.
I did it all the time
No
in
idea what's
Egypt.
going on at this point. I mean, I'm already not looking forward to adjusting the levels every time you get
Yes.
closer.
Have fun with that. So yeah, that was Apocalypse. He's now gone and started opening a salon with Anakin.
Yeah.
Mannequins. It's gonna be fun.
Mannequins.
So we had to find a new room because we got kicked out by some
They didn't need to.
Inconsiderate assholes.
Americans.
some nice American
Yeah, and they
ladies
had
who
Down
we-
syndrome, so we hated them.
What did you just say?
No one will ever
We'll
know.
edit that.
That's edited out.
But I dare to bleep it, so like people are constantly. It'll be there, but not there, so people are always
It'll be like
guessing.
the fishing trip.
Yeah.
Back on topic.
You may not know what happened, but you don't know for why.
It was freezing cold.
I love it when Gavin walks in, they all just disperse.
Yeah. The Gavin and Stacey podcast.
Yeah. I feel like that's that. I mean, like it's TV. It counts. It counts.
It's one of my favourite shows ever.
I think it's great. And I think it's at that point that it's over. You know, it's overrated to the point it's underrated.
Yeah,
like it was
definitely.
so popular that people just like, oh yeah, well it's not that artistically fulfilling, is it? I'm
Yeah.
like, no, it's a fucking good comedy show.
It's the oasis of TV shows, I would argue, in that
Yeah,
respect.
it flew too close to the sun.
Yeah.
Did you want to say something, Rory?
Yeah, we get
I
some
was
more.
just gonna say, should we talk about some films maybe that aren't new, but that we've watched this week?
Ah, good. Retrospectives. This is
Yeah.
always fun.
Retrospectives.
Rory's retrospectives.
Well,
Let's just go a little bit back with this
What have you
one.
watched recently?
Rear
I have
Window.
watched both Blade Runner 2049. Didn't see
Ooh.
that when it came out.
Ooh, how did
I
that go?
haven't seen
How
it.
did that experience go for you?
I thought it was great.
You thought it was great.
Bloody brilliant. I had the visuals gave me a mindgasm.
You really loved it.
Yeah, I've.
You really loved the fact that
Ryan Gosling
Batista.
as well.
What about
Great.
Batista? What about Batista though? The fact you can't understand what he's saying. You don't know miracles.
You need that, but it's like more grovel. It's like the. Oh, you don't know. I'm gonna push him more. I don't like him. That was my only problem with the film.
What?
Just Batista.
Batista,
Like
not
I
being able to
He was
understand
even not
Batista.
bad. He
love
was
Batista,
great.
and he was acting well. It's just.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand a fucking word he was
Yeah,
saying.
I had trouble with that for the whole film because they had weird echoes throughout the whole. That was an annoying thing. When they're in the
What?
the Tyrell Corporation, was it? Or was the
Tyrell,
Wallace
yeah.
or what?
No,
Yeah.
it's not anymore. It's Wallace, because Wallace is the one that takes over from Tyrell.
Yeah,
Isn't
when,
it?
Yeah,
when they're in the rooms, when they were talking, it was like every time. So I
I
was trying
think-
to figure out what's going on for a bit.
The bit when they get a young Sean Young in it, that was impressive.
That was cool.
That was really cool, and that was really convincing.
interesting.
No, I thought that film was like a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's weird though because the Oscars that year it didn't even get nominated for Best Picture,
Did it?
and like that was
Did it
my
get,
favourite
like,
film.
Did it get any like visual Oscar?
That's a
I feel
point.
like it must have.
Oh, yeah,
Cinematography.
Talking about
Best
best pictures, what do you think about this year's best picture?
What was it again? Green Book.
Yeah.
Haven't seen
I
it.
really
I
liked
haven't seen it.
Like,
I haven't
feel-
seen it either.
I feel like it was sort of like just it was like a good year for film, but there was nothing that stood out. So like I feel like it could have been like any number of films.
So you reckon it was always going to be relatively underwhelming? Because you'd just be like, oh,
Green
okay.
Book, I really enjoyed it. It had a lot of like controversy.
I thought it looked good from the trailer.
Um,
I was going to see Stan and Ollie, which I really
Stan
liked.
Ollie
That
was
was.
good.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
it.
I-
I haven't seen
I
some.
cried like a baby.
So, what else have you seen, Rory? Because I know what you've seen, and I've got a
What,
related thing here.
Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Solo, a Star Wars story. I
Ooh.
thought it was really good. Really enjoyed the whole thing. Apart from the annoying droid that was with
Phoebe Waller-Bridge,
Yeah, she just did
star of
I
the.
thought she was
I
fine.
like that part of it.
It's okay. We've got a nice split on here.
Yeah.
Two people don't mind. Was it L3, L5?
L3.
Yeah.
I'll just call it Fleabag.
Right,
Because that's a show. That's like I just think of it. She's the
I've not watched
Fleabag
that.
one.
They
Kevin
could
says I did it.
they could have done it well, but it's just like instead of it being funny, it was just annoying.
I thought it was annoying.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest. It's the only down point for the film. Really,
Yeah.
I loved it genuinely, and I don't know whether it was, I just didn't think it was getting the response that it needed. But the thing is this whole thing about Star Wars fatigue. I reckon that they're not Marvel movies. Marvel movies we can deal with loads coming out because
Yeah.
there's a sort of more diverse range of films and what's
Yeah.
going on, whereas Star Wars is Star Wars,
Yeah.
and there's only so far you can go with it. It's an infinite universe, but there's only really so far you can go with it. And it was so close after Last Jedi, and Last Jedi didn't exactly get the response Disney
Yeah,
wanted.
Like, no Star Wars film should be that divisive.
Yeah, like
I loved it.
Yeah,
but,
same.
and people going about Empire being divisive when it came out.
Empire
But-
was fun.
yeah, it's
I sincerely don't see Empire. I don't see Last Jedi growing to become the film
No,
Empire
no,
was.
No.
I think the casino bit in Last Jedi.
Oh, Canto Bight.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
They
dun.
can't, they can't make it like Empire if it's got that.
Yeah, that was that scene sort of, and there's loads of bits in it that are a bit funny. I mean, this could all change in episode 9, and my opinions on certain things could change. I mean, story-wise, I think there are some big problems. People, oh, isn't it clever? These red herrings. Oh, Snoke, Rey, she was no one. They're no one. But like, what's the point building them
Why
up?
build it up at all?
Yeah, I feel like
What was the whole bit in the first film when she's looking up at the sky and there's that like shit going off into the sky while she looks at it like that made it seem really important. Now she's useless.
That was getting dropped off by Michael Jackson. There's some cab fare.
I'm going back to
What's going on? Yeah,
I think it didn't help. I really liked Force Awakens.
yeah.
Yeah,
it was
like-
I really, really liked
I
it.
can,
That's-
I
that's
can
all-
watch it over and over.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
talk about retrospectives. That's an odd one because when Force Awakens came out the cinema, everyone was like, "That's amazing. It's gone
Yeah.
back to its roots." To me, and then about half a year in, that's when it started. Oh, it's just a remake
It's just
of
a
New
remake.
Hope.
Yeah.
Just a remake with a different story and different characters.
It's like,
Yeah, it's not a remake then, is
As
it?
well.
Yeah. It's just a remake with different things happening to different people, but it's the same. It's
Yeah.
decided it's the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Force
To be
Awakens.
fair, Star Wars fans are the worst.
They are.
Oh, they are. They
But we're all Star Wars fans.
Toxic.
We're just not to the
Yeah.
degree
Yeah.
of.
It's not-
It was the gatekeepers. That's the ones. They're the ones that are. These are the standards. Don't meet it. It's shit.
Yeah, wait. Sorry. Going back to Solo, I think that was a different film in terms of like Star Wars films. I found it
Yeah.
like different.
It was very
It's
different.
interesting.
Yeah.
As well.
I thought that every time I've watched the new ones though, I thought, oh, this is completely different. And
Yeah.
then,
Like, Rogue One was very different.
yeah.
I prefer
That was
this to
the-
Rogue One.
Yeah, I prefer Solo to Rogue One.
Yeah. so-
I do best because I hated Rogue One.
I quite like
Really?
Rogue One.
Hated
It's
it.
yeah, and not only like a little bit. I think it's the worst Star Wars movie.
Really?
But that doesn't mean you don't like it, because like all the other Star Wars films are quite high in your regard. So does that mean you hate it in terms of Star Wars, or do you hate it as a film?
I can get that, but
why do you hate it?
it's so dull, and it's needlessly dull. There's one good bit in the film, two-ish. One, Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Any scene with him in, I mean, the whole "don't choke on your aspirations." I was like, we're getting Vader puns. I just literally got maybe a semi, and the bit when he minces a load of rebels at the end, because we've always wanted to see Darth Vader actually putting in a bit more of his shaggy power and going a bit more hard. You know, seeing him in the suit move a bit more than two-step.
Absolutely destroy everyone as well.
But that's it really for me. I liked Moff Tarkin and Leia, even if it was a bit, I was talking about Sean Young earlier. It works, but at the same time, it was a bit too much. So the longer you look, the worse it gets.
Ben Mendelsohn was good.
I hate Ben Mendelsohn.
And
And the worst thing is, he's in everything at the moment. We got Rogue One, Ready Player One, Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I can't stand him. I don't want to sound really insensitive, but it might be because of his lisp. And I feel like if you have a lisp, you shouldn't be in a film, because it's just like unless it's because your character because it's
That's not the group I expected us to attack.
That is one person's opinion.
Have you seen Start Up with Jack O'Connell and Ben Mendelsohn?
No.
That's really good.
But it's irritating.
I didn't know it's
And
on the list.
I do.
I don't know.
Because does he? And it just means that like his words all come out a bit funny. Not even joking. And so when he's there in the film saying, "Are we blind? Deploy the garrison!" And I'm just like, that could have been an impactful line, and it's fucked because you're not good at acting. And I'm like, I don't think it's unfair to be like, well, if
I don't think he does have a
He's Australian.
Is that
that's even worse. But
I don't think he does have a lisp. I think we're trying to defend you here.
No, I'm not.
You hate him for
I'm
something
not
he
even
puts on, which is
Joel Edgerton apparently has a list.
The only thing I could do is be like, watch him act and watch his mouth, because his words come out wrong.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be this irritated if I didn't think he had a list. But that's the problem, and Robin Hood as well. And that's the problem is I can't stand him, and if he's in a film, it already goes. And that was my problem with Captain Marvel.
Really?
Ben Mendelsohn.
He was so good in Captain Marvel.
If you have Ben Mendelsohn, the film instantly goes down in my ratings because I just can't stand him.
But anyway, as I was going to say, Rory,
And that's just one problem with Rogue One. Let's not add the fact that all the good guys are they're just husks.
No one's that great.
no.
There's K2SO.
Okay,
I can give credit. It has the odd funny line, but I could not give a single flying fuck shit to Jyn Erso, Cassian Andor.
Oh, I like those two.
Erso's really sexy.
Who plays Riz Ahmed? No, who does Riz Ahmed play? He plays like an Imperial pilot defector.
You didn't like the blind guy that was like...
Yeah!
No,
I thought he was sick.
it was just like
the man,
because that was it. That was his character. He's good with a stick and he's blind.
he was cool.
I'm one with the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force. And it was the problem
That was awesome.
the story was just it was boring. It dragged on. It moved around between planets way too much. There was no real good dialogue apart from the established characters we already know. I just couldn't give two shits. And the problem as well is we all pretty much knew where it was going to go.
Yeah, but they did it well.
I just didn't think it was that good, and I think it's the low point of the entire Star Wars saga.
Oh,
And I think it dirtied my opinion of Force Awakens, because I didn't like it so much that I started to look at Force Awakens differently. Like, oh god, this is what they're doing.
I didn't realise Alan Tudyk was the director.
Yeah.
I like Last Jedi though. That's a divisive one.
I liked it as well.
I didn't
find anything I didn't hate it.
I respect the opinions that people have for it in terms of being negative, and I think there are some valid criticisms.
Yeah.
And I think I'm talking about them being valid, and people, because everything's divided, and you either have people who are, everyone's always condescending. You either get people who are like, oh well, you just don't understand this, you don't get that, this isn't made for you and all that. But with Last Jedi, those people are sort of being quieted, because even Disney are saying with Episode 9, they've said the actual phrase course correction. And they wouldn't be doing that if there wasn't any serious problems with the film.
I think they're going to play it safe with Episode 9, but it'll still... I don't know, it's getting JJ back.
Brought back JJ Abrams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
No,
never
you wanted to
does.
say something.
He never does sequels
Ah.
well though. That's the only
The
problem.
original Darth Maul voice actor recorded lines for Solo, but was cut.
Saw this.
Peter Serafinowicz. I love him.
Yeah.
He's done loads of great roles, and he had his own show at one point, sketch show, which everyone sort of forgets
Yeah, Peter
exists.
Serafinowicz.
Yeah.
What's his name? Hi, I'm Derek Bum.
I'm Derek Bum, and I'm was it a kitchen gun?
Yeah. Bam, bam.
Goodbye, Dad. Yeah, genuinely, I think
It's
that.
so funny.
I think the only reason people don't really remember it is because it was quite a hit and miss show. Some
Yeah.
of the sketches were a bit
Yeah.
shit,
They weren't all pretty
but some were amazing. Like there's one where he does like his fake advert. He's just like, "Do you like elephants? Do you like trains? Then you will love Elephants and Trains magazine."
I think with sketch shows, like you have, if like when you're watching them, your mind has like a set amount in a row that can be bad before you like stop caring. When you get like 3 in a row that aren't funny,
Yeah.
it's like late Mitchell and Webb's where you're like,
Series 4 of Mitchell and Webb look is just terrible.
because it's so good to start with, and
So
like,
they start going on too much about number one.
I like
Yeah.
I like it when they go into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, the number one code. We're in a war, Charles. Oh, it's an anagram. Oh, I find that funny. I like the series 1 to 3.
Yeah.
4th was just terrible, and there's some people that defend it and they say that the humour is more intelligent. That's why people don't get it or don't like it, and it's just shit.
Reading about bombs.
Oh, great!
Sorry, yeah.
We've got some good details
The news website.
from Intel over here.
No,
What we
there's
got?
not been a bomb go off or anything. It's just
Did
IRA 1974. So.
did what's her face not die in Last Jedi?
Who?
Rose?
No.
We don't really know, actually. To be
I was
fair,
hoping she
No.
did. I
she
didn't know.
she did the whole
She's-
save the things we love,
Yeah.
dummy, and then kisses him, and then.
I wanted Finn and Ray to get together. I don't see.
Nah, Finn, it's about Ray and
Finn-
Poe now.
No, Poe and Finn.
Poe
should
and
get
Alright,
together.
so yeah, like after Force Awakens, I was like, yeah, Poe, Finn, cool.
Yeah.
And,
Touch tips.
yeah. But it's that look that Poe and Ray give at the end of Last
Yeah.
Jedi. It's like, ooh.
I'm shipping Kylo Ren and Ray.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren and Ray all the
Yeah,
way.
no, yeah, I can back
No,
that.
Kylo Ren cannot be redeemed.
And I think
Killed Han Solo.
he's killed Han Solo, and he was a little bit forceful at the end of Last Jedi, and he lost his shit with Luke.
Yeah.
But let's be real. There is a line of dialogue in Last Jedi where Kylo Ren turns to Rey, and it's a bit harsh to say, "You don't have a place in this story. You're nothing." But not to me.
Yeah, that line's great.
That is like a fucking romantic storyline. He's saying that she means the world to him. He sees her value, understands that he has value, and wants to align with her, wants to rule the galaxy together. It's a proper parallel to the whole father-son thing with Luke and Darth Vader.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say like, oh yeah, I think Rey and Kylo Ren have a real good father-son dynamic. but there is something there, and I feel like that's the only romance to me I feel has actually been hinted. Because explicitly, you've got the implicit stuff like where what's the first thing Finn says when he wakes up is "Where's Rey?"
Yeah.
But no, to me this has all been Kylo Ren's story. It's all about his
He's
redemption.
the most interesting character.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, by far.
he is the best thing to come out of Disney at the moment in regards to Star Wars.
Yeah.
He, in terms of complex characters and so on. But that's where I want to see it go. I want to see what happens because obviously he's going to be the leader of the First Order now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Although I heard that.
I think they're doing a little time jump. Like, I feel
Yeah,
like
they've got to.
Well, it says it's reportedly set 1 year after the events of Last Jedi.
I'd happily have it set a couple of years.
Yeah, it should be.
Because
So the year doesn't sound very long in like
No.
Star Wars terms,
What?
does
No.
it? When things happen like
well, the fact that
20 years later.
What
Yeah.
are they going to do with Carrie Fisher as well?
that it's
They-
used
they-
footage from Force Awakens and Last Jedi and CGI, and they'll probably find a way to write her out. I know Mark Hamill's actually meant to be in it quite a bit from what I've
Yeah,
heard.
apparently it is.
Is that just in case? Because like a lot of celebrities were dying. I'm guessing they just said, "Mark, come in a lot.
Quick!
Just get a camera on him, walk into the shops."
There was rumours that, because I don't think it was confirmed in the end, of Matt Smith being in it.
He is. Yeah, he is.
Because the rumours he's going to play a young Palpatine. That's what I've heard off a lot of people. And if every rumour seems to lead, there's going to be loads of flashback scenes. And it's just, it'll be interesting.
I really hope J.J. Abrams doesn't do a last season of Lost with this film.
Oh Christ, no! Like we go back to Baby Ray.
He brings a smoke monster in.
It's all been a dream. She was dead the whole time.
It was a dream.
Actually, that would make sense though. The whole not fitting into the story and all that. If she just knew a little bit about Luke, a little bit about Leia and all the legends, you could believe that she died on Jakku and this was her fucking like death haze, like just before she was about to like actually.
Rey was abused at an orphanage.
I mean, there's definitely some.
Is there going to be stuff after this? I'm guessing. Like
I want to do like another trilogy.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still doing it.
Yeah, because
Johnson was going to do a trilogy which is separate from the Skywalker. Like.
Where's it going to be? Is it going to be before or after?
I
Because you can't really tell with them, can you? It could be like 2 billion years before anything.
Yeah.
they said with episode 9, I can't remember who said it. Was it? I think it was Oscar Isaac actually confirmed it, but he said that this is the end of the Skywalker story.
Yeah.
It's coming to an end now. See, to me, I'd leave it at 9 then, because Star Wars Saga is the Skywalker story, and so you know, prequels, it's Anakin's turn to the dark side. Original trilogy, it's the continued tragedy of Darth Vader / Anakin and his sons, sort of, and then the final one is Kylo.
Yeah.
Have we got a name yet for 9? We haven't, have we?
No, not yet. They're saving it for Star Wars.
Celebration.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
a week or two. Or
They are leaving it very late for a Star Wars film. It's mad.
Like, I was hoping we'd get like at least a title or something by now.
Yeah.
If Ryan Johnson does do a trilogy, as you say, I would like it to be like Looper, like gritty like Looper.
Looper was so good.
Looper's one of my favourite films. literally.
Aw.
Fucking love Looper.
I can't get over how weird Joseph Gordon-Levitt's face looks.
Yeah, it does, yeah. It looks so odd.
And his lisp.
What the fuck's he
Just
acting?
fucking die already! Oh yeah, still just episode 9.
Breatho, man.
That's one thing. That's talking about Fox and Disney. That's one thing I really want as a Star Wars fan. And I feel like if Disney don't do this now, this is really failing the fans. And they've already failed the fans enough. But one would be have Fox reinstated at the beginning of the film. The 20th, because they've got no excuse not to do it. They own 20th Century Fox and they own Lucasfilm and they own Star Wars. They have all the variables and provisions they need to just literally be like, here's a logo at the beginning of the film.
Would that have made Rogue One a good film for you?
It would have made it better.
Yeah.
I might not have been so racist to Mendelssohn's Lisp, and I might have enjoyed it a little bit more if it felt a bit more Star Warsy. That might have done it for me. In talking about failing the fans, it's like the fans wanted one thing and one thing only, and that's Han, Leia, and Luke on screen together.
Yeah, like, I'm gutted like we didn't get a chance to see that.
And that's the thing, is we never can.
But I loved what they did with Han.
Han was really good in
Force
Force
Awakens.
Awakens,
Yeah,
wasn't he?
it's like the most charismatic Harrison Ford's been in about 30 years. So.
And that's saying something.
Yeah.
Chewie, we're home.
Well, you want to take a Xanax, Mr. Ford?
Yeah. Sanitation.
Oh, he has some of the best lines in that film. Yeah, that
true.
Han Solo.
Tell that to Kanji Club. Oh, that worries me about Indiana Jones. I mean, I know he likes Indiana Jones. He wants to do Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
That's why it's happening. It's because Harrison Ford actually isn't.
It?
Yeah, it's not like Han Solo where it's like, please, just what money do you want?
Give me a whip.
Yeah, but Indiana Jones. That's the thing. It's the closest.
Get in my film.
It's the closest Harrison Ford can get to getting the role of Catwoman. That's the problem. He's just so. Oh, I just want that whip.
Dream role.
I want that whip and give me my phone back.
It was Catwoman.
Look at me. Look at me, I'm so sneaky.
What?
Was it Were Hyena and Command?
He's a were-hyena!
Sometimes in a full moon, I feel like a stallion again.
Have you seen
So where are you?
Have you seen Morning Glory with Harrison Ford? It's like one of his best roles, and he has some of the best lines in it.
Morning Glory, thinking about it.
Yeah, but basically, it's just like it's him like minus % speed doing certain lines. And at the end of the film, like, the whole point is he meant that he's got to try and learn to be like a fun presenter, and he's there on the news just going, "The secret to the perfect frittata is a hot pan, because that keeps it fluffy." And he's just like literally working on -% speed. It's just
Is it like with Alfred Hitchcock interviews where if you play it on like double speed, he's talking normally?
yeah.
Have you done that with his interviews?
That's something that always makes me laugh, is when Hitchcock makes cameos in his own films.
Yeah.
Like, it works being an extra if you're not noticeable. I know it's Easter eggs, but like,
He always puts it at the start though, so people, because like if you put it late on, people would just spend the whole thing like trying to look for him. and
Yeah.
not- But then if you
Also-
miss it, you're doing that anyway.
Yeah.
because like Hitchcock looks like no one else.
Yeah, I know.
Hitchcock was a very dodgy fella.
He was. I like his films, but I'm not going to say I'm a fan because that's
Yeah.
like being a fan of the Weinstein.
I'm a fan.
He was a terrible person by all accounts.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
But then his mum.
But that's what you have to do to make it in this business.
You know, his dad supposedly like took him to a prison because he'd been a naughty boy.
Yeah, I heard about this.
And told the police officers to lock him in a cell for an hour because he'd been like bad at home or something. So to be fair, he'd probably be messed up.
I don't really see the problem with that.
Well, all of his films suggest that it's made him messed up.
Yeah, I mean, like, oh god, Vertigo's overrated, that's for sure. It's a bit of a controversial statement because I think like Sight and Sound still rate it as like one of the greatest films, or if not the greatest film ever made.
It is, yeah, one I think.
And it's just not.
I'm gonna do the Smithy's sister thing here of not true, but go on.
Yeah. I think the problem is it's just hasn't aged well, and
But
even in college. So when I was at that age, I was spending a lot of time saying that the end of the film completely negates its entire status. Its status is not earned. I enjoy it, but to say it is the greatest film ever made is definitely inflating its quality by quite a considerable extent, because the end of the film is not even good. It's poorly made. I can't defend it because it is just like, firstly, it lacks any coherence. You don't know what's going on. People can say they know, but they don't, because fundamentally you can't see what's happening. You know, does she scream and fall because he jumps her up? I don't know. You can't tell. So that in itself, and that's just one bit of the film, negates its position as the greatest film of all time, and that is my piece on Vertigo. I don't mind it as a film, but the end is shit.
Next week we'll talk about the actual greatest film of all time, Space Jam.
Space Jam is the fucking bomb!
Space Jam 2 soon.
With LeBron James.
LeBron.
Actually, my favourite film. Okay, what's everyone's favourite film of all time? Go.
Oh, come on.
We can do it. It's
I'll just
easy.
pick one of my
Favourite is
favourites.
easier than what you think the best is. Though.
Yeah.
So is there like anything you? Well, yeah. The thing is, though, is to you, film subjectively to you, it is the best because it has everything that you enjoy.
Here we go, this is quite easy. Have you got any obscure choice of favourite film? Not like...
I don't know if it's obscure, but Control, the Ian Curtis biopic is probably my favourite of all time.
I need to think.
Mine would be 500 Days of Summer, which
Ooh.
no one really...
I've got one, 71 with Jack O'Connell in it. It's about the Troubles in Ireland. It's really good.
Just watching it all come back to me now, I'm like, oh fuck. I don't know if I've got any obscure favourite.
Not obscure, but controversial favourite probably.
Controversial. Oh, Batman Forever is the best film ever made. It's the best film to ever make it on film print. That is very simple. But that's to me. And you know, to me, I value entertainment over art. And with art, I appreciate. With entertainment, I actually enjoy myself.
Yeah, it's great when a film can do both. But
Yeah.
And to be honest,
I'd rather be entertained by a film.
I was going to say, it's not just my bias with Batman Forever. I'd even say artistically, it has a lot more merit than most films
It's
mainstream
an
that go
interesting
now.
film, like,
Because for some reason back then they put more effort into superhero films in that respect. You know, the Gotham you see in those isn't realistic at all.
No.
You know, you've got
What do you count as something that like does both, that entertains and is artistic? Because like depends what you want really, doesn't it? Like something like Raging Bull, would you say that takes both?
Yeah.
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 Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree then. Maybe.
Good.
Yeah.
I can
Very well.
completely say a film that I fucking hate because of film studies.
Go.
Chinatown with Jack Nicholson.
Never seen
It's
Chinatown.
awful.
Never
Well, it's
seen
not awful. It's a noir film about the water wars in California. Like it's about some guy on a farm who gets his water stolen, and then another guy's like, yeah,
Go water!
that's Yeah, it's awful. My teacher made me watch it and do a fucking case study on it.
Yeah.
And someone else right then would be like, they just keep talking about South Park. I can't believe that. I can't. I know it's going on the podcast. It's a bit of bitching. I did a lot of bit at the end for bitching and stuff, just general chatter, which we've had all the way through. But I can't believe that. That's war. The Peep Show quote, as it will be known in infamy, and no one of our listeners, if they exist, will know what we're on about. Maybe we'll add it in a later video when it's safer to do so. But I can't believe that. Sign of a change of times. Rory's burp of the week.
Have we done our Hall of Fame thing that we were going to do?
Hall of Fame.
Didn't Tekken get it?
Yeah,
Tekken's in our Hall of Fame.
Describe
Okay.
what the Hall of Fame is.
So the Hall of Fame, we don't really know.
No,
But
yeah.
the Hall of Fame is going to be once every whatever we do this.
Yeah, every time we do an
Every
episode,
podcast.
it'll be a film, an episode, a show, a person. For any regard we feel for certain significance needs to go into a Hall of Fame of recognition. So
It's
today,
like Room 101, but it's not necessarily negative or positive.
today Tekken, it is unfathomably bad,
Yeah.
and we feel
I need
it.
to watch it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Definitely.
And we feel it is deserved recognition on that basis. And we'd encourage all listeners and anyone in the room to watch it to understand why it is Hall of Fame bad worthy.
I might just watch the trailer because I feel like if it's that bad.
To be honest, watching the trailer is the same as watching an hour and a half of it. Would you agree?
Yeah. I would get the same amount from watching the trailer,
Trailer is-
and you'd understand the concept and everything you need to know. I mean, it's not exactly you're going to get fleshed out characters and makeup of Tekken.
Don't play any Tekken games because you'll get a favourite and then they'll just be killed 5 minutes in.
Tekken players avoid that film because you'll just be very sad. Like after you finish playing Red Dead 2. That is
Still haven't finished it. I just lost interest.
leading the Native Americans as Arthur into battle
Yeah.
was the coolest bit in the game for me. I got chills, like goosebumps.
I a little tear came down my eye at the end of the film. End of the game. Not gonna lie.
I'm glad that you cry like you're in a movie. Like, I was just fucking.
Single tear.
It's not coming out,
Anything okay in here, dear?
Right.
We are sensitive modern men. That's the main point out of that. We are not afraid to
It's
show our
okay
emotions.
to be snotty when you finish Red Dead Redemption 2. That's the message of this podcast.
Yeah, it's okay to be a complete blubbering mess because that game will ruin you for every day of your life. I still see Arthur in the mirror everywhere I go, looking back at me. I took a few portraits in Saint Denis, and I keep them with me all times. Pictures of Arthur in his little hunting coat, and
Oh, what a scam.
he was. I grew his hair out long, got him a nice shave, and you're not hearing.
You go to like the desert island, and like when you get back, you're like you spend ages trying to find like a hairdresser because it's miles away. It was awful.
Oh, wow.
Did you ever go to the theatre
Yeah.
Yeah.
and watch like the magic show and stuff?
Yeah, that's
There's one where you can like shoot him because
Oh,
he's like
really?
it's a bullet catch trick, and if you go to the stage, it'll engage with you and you can whip your gun out, and if you can either aim at his face and the trick happens, or you can aim elsewhere and it fucks up. And I shot him in the chest, and he just goes, "I ain't got any teeth in there!" And just falls down, and they close the curtains, and they can bring up the bloke. I didn't realise it was. Is it Fred Armisen?
Yeah.
He plays the role of the guy running the show.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But Rockstar always gets like little Easter egg voice actors, like Stories of Liberty City. There's like a
Yeah.
whole Ricky Gervais stand-up scene in it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I really hope GTA 6 is Vice City, as is rumoured.
I've decided I don't care about GTA 6 until there's been something else before it. I don't think like if it got announced it was coming like next
Bully
year.
2.
Yeah, Bully 2 or LA Noire 2.
Yeah.
But Bully 2, yeah, I am looking
Or LA
forward
Noire
to.
2, either of those two. But I think GTA 5 is still fine, so I don't really...
Have you played LA Noire on VR?
No, I've heard it's funny though.
It's fucking hilarious. Thing is, the controls make no sense, so it's just so easy to fuck up. And if you die, it just sort of just goes to black. It's enlightening. I recommend.
I actually think that Rockstar should do something completely different next.
They should make a game
FIFA.
called
That was
Rockstar. Rockstar presents Rockstar.
Yeah, Rockstar, yeah.
That would actually be pretty fun.
Because they haven't done one of their one-off things since LA Noire, I think.
The only one used to piss me off because I'd hit the wrong thing by accident.
Suspicion.
No, and I'd be like, I'd say something like,
Doubt.
it's like really not clear.
Let me stop you right there.
You go like, you hit down and he's like, you're an idiot!
Yeah.
Could be worse. It could be like when you fuck up on The Sims. Studio bedankt voor doorgedacht. Thing, skapa. Hey, booster. And then you like that. Whenever you get that sort of tone, you know you fucked it. I'm like, I'm just trying to fuck you and have a baby. God, what's the problem?
God, women are so much easier on The Sims than they are in real life.
And men. And marriage in general. I remember marrying this woman, having a baby with her, and then I just wandered off to the other person living in our house, chatted with them, and I was thinking, obviously this will only go so far because the game knows I'm married, and then it's just like romantic. I'm like, okay, let's go get married. Okay, let's go fuck. I'm a bigamist. Let's go. The Sims. The only thing I used to really enjoy doing was stopping people going to the toilet. on Sims 2, you had more free control over the characters, so you could just move them around with the analog stick rather than point, go there, point, go there. So I would just speed time up and I'd just keep running them around the house and make them do laps till they pissed themselves and passed out.
Well, I like to make them go in the pool and take away the ladders.
Yeah.
Always putting rugs under the fireplace. It's just and get rid of the phone so no one can call the emergency services. So the fire's going and everyone's just stood looking at it, throwing their arms up in the air. What games are out this year? Any big releases?
This year?
Yeah, this year.
Not a lot, really.
Not much going on because last year was mad. There was so much out.
Stuff coming out. I just can't remember.
I completely missed Just Cause 4.
Yeah.
I forgot that because you got that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Spider-Man last year.
Yeah.
What it was.
Still haven't played that.
Just Cause 4 really good.
Because I got 3 on the day it came out and I was really excited, and then I didn't care at all about 4.
Yeah, I went off.
Is it any different to 3?
Not really.
No.
They have
Mortal
tornadoes,
Kombat.
don't they?
Mortal Kombat 11. That's what's coming out.
Yes, that's coming out. I'm looking forward to that. It's got Ronda Rousey in it.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey, of course. WrestleMania this weekend, guys. You're all excited? Sunday night? Yeah! It's going to be the first ever women's main event of WrestleMania. Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. Tell me you're excited.
The funny thing is, there's a battle for who beat Ronda. There's Ronda
Yeah.
Rousey's the two people that beat her in the UFC are fighting. Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes. It's just like laughing at her now, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta love it when Ronda comes out at WWE with her wife beat her husband.
Yeah.
It's Travis Bro.
Travis, yeah.
World War Z have a game coming out.
Yeah, that's a bit strange. I'm glad that we're getting a game before we get a bloody sequel.
I really didn't like the first one, so
Did or didn't?
didn't.
Oh.
I thought it was really good.
I thought it was shit.
I enjoyed it too.
I've read the book, and it's nothing like the book.
We'll end it
That's nice.
And also, it's stupid when Brad Pitt crashes in the countryside and suddenly he's at the place he needs to get to.
Yeah.
To cure the zombie plague.
It's a crazy little coincidence is that Peter Capaldi is in the World Health Organization there, and in the credits he is WHO doctor, WHO doctor, and that was before he was cast as Doctor Who. So that's kind of woo, crazy.
I think that was the biggest thing for Wales in a long time to be
You
seen.
just said, oh look, Wales is in a film. Oh, that's what I hate about living in Hereford. The amount of people who think Hereford's in Wales. It's just like Hereford, that's in Wales, isn't it? No.
No, fuck off.
We wouldn't dirty ourselves like that. Not to alienate any Welsh listeners, of course.
I forgot we were recording.
So you've already alienated people with lisps. Not the Welsh.
Imagine the Welsh people with lisps.
Basically, all anyone wants to listen is they know is that I'm a very hate-filled bigot, obviously. I just don't like people. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe you should,
Let's wrap it up.
I'll just clear up everything he said as a joke.
I mean,
It's all right.
I'd be kind of worried.
heavily edited, so we'll hit that one out.
I'd be kind of worried if anyone was listening didn't think that was a joke, because
Well,
hardly any of us has been serious.
out of context.
Yeah, anyone could just take a little sound
People who
bite.
don't know.
Let's just take a sound bite out and put it on Huffington Post or BuzzFeed, and that's it. Oh, at least I'm famous. I'll take that.
That's good.
The price of fame
There we go.
with
So
James
that
Bond.
was That was
That
episode 1 of the Happy Landing.
Another happy landing.
Another happy landing.
It's, the episode name may even change by next because we seem that unsure.
So see you again for another happy landing.
Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed listening. I've been James.
Anyone any shout outs as well?
Shout out to PewDiePie, as always.
Shout out Margot Robbie. Because why not?
Shout out my sister's dog Max.
Hi, Max. Who's your good boy? It is a boy, right? I don't want to, it could be short for Maxine, and then that's all right. Hey, you're a good boy. I know your gender.
I'd like to shout out. Has Tommy been freed? If he hasn't been freed,
It's been too long.
Free Tommy.
If he hasn't been freed, then put him back in, and then we'll free him again. I'm sure he'll put himself back in
Also,
there and he'll beat up his wife again. Or something as well.
legit shout out to Adam Martin. Not many people know him. He's a YouTuber. Does videos on idents and TV continuity. Kind of very niche, but I'm a big fan. So if you ever are listening, just know that.
Shout
Someone
out
on the
Ian as well.
Oh, Ian, big up Ian.
Big up Ian.
Mr. Ian Hepworth.
Shout out Robin and his face.
The mighty fellas.
There we go. Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening. Hope to see you on the next one, guys. Bye.